Here we go. Okay, number 4, Chicago at 3-14. I said this before. I think it wouldn't surprise me if they didn't win a game. I think they're that bad. Here's the thing. Go unit by unit. Sorry, record-wise, I think. What did I say, 3-14?
Yeah, you said 3-14.
Unit by unit, where's their strength, right? I don't think they have a good offensive line. It's been pretty bad. The quarterback, I like Justin Fields, but he's young, unproven, and I think he has a chance to, be one of the 3 worst quarterbacks in the league this year. Because also, going off that, he has no skill people. Darnell Mooney is good, but not a true one. Cole Kmet, as the tight end, is still kind of developing. Not sure he's that dominant tight end yet. The running back's good, not special. Pass rush is average at best. Linebackers are overrated and overpaid. Same with their secondary. They're going to start probably 2 rookies in the secondary.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, rookie head coach.
Yeah, they really don't have anything they excel at right now. Like you said, the rookie head coach, that's a big thing too. I mean, you have question marks at almost every single unit on your team, and in your franchise even. So I don't see the upside with Chicago. I see them scrapping to 3-14 too. I mean, we said there were 5 possible wins.
There were 5 possible wins. We predicted they'd win 3 of them.
Yes.
Was it Jets, Giants, Commanders, I think Falcons,
and I forget who the other one was, but they weren't.
Yeah, I can't. Off the top of my head, I can't remember.
Out of those 4,
the Texans.
And we have them losing, we have them beating the Texans, but we have them losing to the Falcons.
Probably. I think they lose to the Giants.
Yeah, we went through unit by unit, and New York is better in every single one except.
And I don't think New York's a good football team.
No.
I think
Justin Fields has a higher ceiling than Daniel Jones, and that's it.
Right. I think Chicago is slightly better at quarterback. That's about it. And by slightly, I mean by maybe 1 touchdown and 1 pick.
It really is ugly in Chicago.
Right. All right. Detroit at 3 at 7-10, coming in 3rd in the division. So we said last year that the Lions were the most entertaining and probably the best really bad team last year. Right. Yeah. They went 3-13-1, but they were a very scrappy 3-13-1. They were what? A 50-something, 60-something yard field goal from Justin Tucker that hit the crossbar and bounced over away, like the record for longest kick.
Yeah.
They were that kick away from going, 4-13-1, right? Obviously still not impressive, but beating a Ravens team that is significantly better than them.
Oh, that's big for the Lions.
Yeah, and they hung tough against Green Bay. They hung tough against Minnesota, right? They were a pretty good football team. Now, for the Lions, okay? So for the Lions, I think 7-10 is reasonable, and I think that is probably one of our, you mentioned at the beginning of the episode, kind of a big take this segment.
Yes.
I think our big take, there's kind of 2 here. This is one of them. I think our big take is that Detroit is going to be the most improved football team, and that you're going to look up in week 12 or 13, and they're going to be in the mix. They're going to be, 6-8, 6-7, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I mean, if they go on a little streak here, they could actually, maybe secure a wild card spot. I don't think they will, but the NFC's not that good. You know what I mean? You could get in at 9-8.
Yeah, you can. It's not that strong of a conference as compared to the AFC, of course.
Right.
But no, the Lions, they killed it on the draft. They've done really well this offseason. They've improved in a lot of the units, and they were starting to play collectively pretty good football towards the end of the season. It took them a little bit to get rolling, but once they got rolling, and I don't think Jared Goff's a bad quarterback either.
No.
He's been to a Super Bowl. He has experience. He can win big games. So we know that it's not a total miss with quarterback. Now, he is more of a bridge guy. He's not the guy you'd want to build a franchise around. But, I mean, if you're Detroit, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for a guy to get you started. You need a little bit of a spark, and then a couple good drafts, a couple good off seasons. If you can string those together, I'd say the outlook is pretty positive.
Almost like a Tyrod Taylor pre-Josh Allen.
Yeah.
All right, how about second in the division? Let's go with Green Bay. I think 10-7 feels right for me. Here's the thing. You lose Devontae Adams. You lost two key pieces on your offensive line. Your top target's Alan Lazard. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, who's more of a deep threat than an overall well-rounded wide receiver. Right? I think they have a really good quarterback. They have a solid offensive line, not great anymore, and a good secondary with Jair Alexander. But you have no weapons, and your pass rush is straight up bad.
It's not great.
If Rashawn Gary's your best pass rusher, he's kind of overrated in my eyes. So, I think they take a step back. And I'm not sure Aaron's fully invested. You keep talking about retirement. Are you sure you're all there?
Yeah, do you really want to come back?
You go into work and tell everyone there that you're thinking about quitting. Come on.
And let's not forget,
You're half out the door. You're half out the door.
And playing quarterback in the NFL is not something that you can just, give half effort towards or just kind of, you have to be fully committed to be an NFL quarterback between the film study, between just knowing your own playbook, preparing for every game, and getting your butt handed to you in every single game. You're in the NFL. You are competing with the best of the best athletes. You have to make sure you yourself are in fit shape to do that. And he has zero off-season regimen. It's almost like getting to the point of Big Ben, right? And we saw the decline of his career.
Yeah.
Could we see the same path with Aaron because of that?
I think Aaron's a little more skilled of a thrower, so he'll age and has aged a little bit better, but I don't think it's a terrible comparison. Yeah. All right, and coming at number 1, you guys, could have guessed it by now, process of elimination, the Minnesota Vikings. This is kind of another bold prediction that they're going to be one of the most improved teams in football. They're going to win the division. Here's the thing. People are saying that Green Bay would be better. Go, by the way, Minnesota at 11-6. Go unit by unit. So quarterback, obviously Green Bay has it. I would say backfield, at least the number 1 back, I'm taking Minnesota. I think Dalvin Cook's better than Aaron Jones.
Oh, 100%. When he's fully healthy, 100%.
Offensive line, I think they're about equal. They're about equal. And I think Minnesota is on the rise. Maybe not quite the level of, but they're on the rise. Weapons, 100% Minnesota. I don't even think it's close. Pass rush, Minnesota. Linebackers, Minnesota.
Yeah.
Safeties, Minnesota.
I was going to say secondary.
DBs are probably about a tie.
But if you're factoring in safeties into your DBs and your secondary,
I would say it's about equal.
Yeah.
Maybe Minnesota.
I would say slightly leans toward Minnesota there, but that's one of the closest comparisons.
One of the only things is head coach that I worry about a little bit with Minnesota, but I think the addition of an offensive head coach with Kirk Cousins, I think you're going to see Kirk go for 30 touchdowns, maybe 8 or 9 picks, and he's probably gonna have the best season of his career.
Yeah, I mean,
he's gonna have a QBR. He always has a QBR somewhere in the 90, 91-ish range. I think you're gonna see a QBR somewhere around 96. He's gonna be a top 5 statistical quarterback this year. I don't think it's crazy.
No, it'll be interesting to see what Kevin O'Connell can do with him. But let's start to move in here. That was the divisional prediction. So we have, just to recap, the Vikings at the top of the division, 11-6.
Bold prediction.
Yep, bold prediction. The Packers at 10-7 in second. In third, the Lions at 7-10. Also another bold prediction. The Lions kind of breaking out a little bit this year. And then in the basement, the Bears at 3-14. And may I add, a hard-fought 3-14 for Chicago.
Isn't it kind of sad that 7-10 is a breakout for Detroit?
It is. It is sad. But I mean, 7-10.
You got to start somewhere.